So, a crucial mistake many sellers make is actually not checking the cost per click of the product they are selling or they want to sell. So, if you have a tool, let's say like Jungle Scout, you can easily see the cost per click. It's not like the most accurate thing, but it will give you an idea of the cost per click of the product you want to sell or you are already selling. And you can also see this on your, if you are already running ads, you can see this. But what they miss, for example, if you still want to sell, and let's say you saw that this product is high demand, you just focus on the high demand because demand is super important, right? And then you also saw it's high competition, but you thought to yourself that you can be different, you can have a very good product, have a really competitive advantage over your competitors. But what they miss is actually checking the cost per click, because let me give you an example. Let's say the product is like $10, 50, and you see the cost per click per keyword, especially relevant for the really relevant keywords, are like $1 to $3. That's already super expensive. You might not think that, oh, you can just focus on the $1 targets. But like once you actually run those campaigns, it will be a very different story. So there's a reason that it's really competitive, because like so many sellers are bidding on it. So like Amazon knows, and they are setting up the cost per clicks to be very, very high. Let's say, for example, your cost per click is $2 for a very cheap product of $15. Even at let's say 15% or 20% conversion rate, it will be very hard for you to profit. So really keep that in mind, like when you are choosing products, when you are like choosing what products to focus on, or if you are already selling, or if you are still planning to sell, like please check the cost per click and expect like a general conversion rate to be around 10 to 20%. So if you're the, let's say the cost per click is lower, let's say $1, and your conversion rate is 10%, that is still, it's still pretty hard for you to profit. So you really need to keep that in mind. So a general like rule, if you are like, if your product is on the cheaper side, you need to allot like 20% for ads. If you are, if you are more expensive, the product is more expensive, then you have more room. But please compute the cost per click and the expected conversion rate of your product, which is generally you can expect like 10 to 20%. This way you can have like a long-term plan, like a long-term strategy, because let's say you already bought that product, you have a lot of stock, and you'll know how to mitigate the situation. Because the cost per click, you can actually lower that if you use like some software like Perpetua, but software are also super expensive, so you also need to think about that. So please don't make the mistake of not checking the cost per click or the competitiveness of the product that you are selling or you want to sell, because it's really important for your long-term profitability. You might be wondering why you are not profitable, you are doing so many things. It's probably because you have a very high cost per click and you are like a cheap product, even 10 to $20, it will be very hard for you to profit. So good luck, and I hope this helped.